Mr. Chairman, our mentor, our big uncle, let me adopt all the existing recognitions. And once again, congratulate my brother, the publisher of This Nigeria, for bringing us together to discuss about the issue of cohesion, growth and development of our country. I tend to have much more in common with Comrade Bishop Kukah, possibly than Mike can claim. At least by height, we look alike. And I needed to readjust this microphone to reflect the size and the height of me and the guest speaker. But today, this is where the similarity ends. I really disagree with Bishop Kukah, with your narrative, which from my point of view runs contrary to the spirit of the theme of this gathering. To some extent, I think Mike also went on that intellectual discourse about the issue of debate. I think the truth is that we are not supposed to be a debating society. It talks so much about Jefferson, 1977, and then Mike built on it to amplify that we don't have a perfect document. American document was made by the people. I think we are talking of nation building. To build a nation, yes, we can have debate, but it's just the means. The end is to build a nation. And once again, please kindly help me to appreciate Eric Osage with a special round of applause. I say so because the choice of the 5 or 4 people that he had recognized today shows that in spite of the challenges, and there are many challenges, we are actually building a nation. And I think guest speakers, discussants should help to bring inclusive narrative, not exclusive, not divisive narratives. Help me appreciate Governor Wike once again of Rivers State. A special round of applause for you. I don't agree with some of your politics. And I used to joke from afar that if only you could be a member of my party, or let me put it this way, the party that I used to be, I ran for governorship in Kwara State, Labour Party of Nigeria, we will have made you our presidential candidate because you're a laboring governor. I appreciate your effort that in spite of the challenges, even the name you have been given, Mr. Project, shows that you are building River State. And I also check your profile. I think you attended my alma mater, which is University of Port Harcourt, although you came much more later. But I'm not surprised that Unique Uniport, you are doing very well. And that's the narrative we must celebrate. Building roads, bridges, flyovers, even in the condition of acrimonious politics. Eric, you need to listen to this. I've said so that you deserve special appreciation for the collection, remarkable collection you have made. Because this, your selection, is inclusive. It represents Nigeria for what we are, in spite of the challenge. And I think that's what we should talk to. Again, help me appreciate Professor Mahmoud Yakub. Once again, a special round of applause for him. I'm not surprised that you are performing, passing through the landmines that the political terrain looks like. And the last election in Anambra confirmed this. I say I'm not surprised, given your pedigree, but I also know the role you played in midwifing 2014 National Conference. You are there, you are one of the powerful movers of that conference. That in spite of the acrimonies, we built consensus for a report. Mike, you're a co-delegate around that time. I think the point is that we could even organize that conference shows that Nigeria is capable of discussing, of engaging in dialogue with all the acrimonies that go with it. And I think we should celebrate what INEC has done. Not only that, I said so at the forum, Nigeria Economic Society, Economic Summit Group, about a month ago. The Ethiopian former Prime Minister came, and he was talking glowingly about his country, the remarkable, transformations they've made just a month ago. And that's just at a time when Tigray and Ethiopian forces were at war. As I'm talking to you now, the Nobel Prize Prime Minister of Ethiopia has stepped down to go to the war front. But throughout his discussion, he never mentioned that war. Now, what is the lesson of that? I think it's time for us to amplify some of those our successes as citizens. The Nigeria, I think our items say, arise, O compatriots, Nigeria call obey. This is the time compatriots must make proper discussion in a way that we can have proper dialogue. Bishop Kukah, I gave you this title of comradeship, giving your passion for provocations, for agitation. But I attended your ordination in 2011 when you were promoted from a reverend father to become a bishop. And I wrote an article in my column in Daily Trust that you are forces for unifying all of us that time. In fact, I met more of my Muslim friends in that your ordination that I could have talked about. And that was in Sokoto. Now, that's a Nigeria that made you possible to do your evangelical in Sokoto. And I think we should amplify that. When you use categories of Christians, Muslims, some of us were taken aback. And I would say, wait, what is going on? At this forum, we should talk about who we are based on the spirit of the Constitution. Nigerian Constitution never defines us as Muslim, Christians. It talks of Nigerians. And if you want to go further, it's very dangerous because who is a Christian? Catholic, Baptist, Methodist, who is a Muslim? Ansaruddin, Nawaruddin, the other ones who call them whatever names, I think we are Nigerians. And when we are discussing, let discussion focus along that level. Back to INEC. I want to raise this point, and I think it's important to celebrate some of the successes we are making as nation building. We've done, I don't know, you will guide me very well, Yakub, Professor Yakub. I think we have done close to 6 transitions now. 1999, 2003, 2007, 2011, 2015, 2019. It's remarkable. In fact, the one that's very dangerous, which we thought would not survive it, 2007 to 2000, I think that should be 2000, the doctrine of necessity, that should be 2007. Nigeria passed through that challenges, and we had the transition. Now, we should celebrate this, that we have gotten uninterrupted democratic transition with all the shortcomings that go with it. And for me, this is the kind of narrative we should bring about. The JAMB man, he has already left the audience. But the same thing, this is a JAMB, you know the story, you said so, Eric. This is a place that snakes used to steal millions of naira allegedly. Now we have a JAMB, it's about leadership that is now returning money to public purse. Then Zulum is not here. Please, a round of applause of him in absence here. As I was boarding from Ilorin this morning, I read this report, I read this audacious statement that in the next 30 days, he will restore electricity in Maiduguri. A round of applause for him. He said he will, and this somebody,
round up, please.
So it's not agonizing, it's organizing and it's delivering governance. So I want to say that Bishop Kukah, and I don't want to be passionate about this, others who are talking, please stop agonizing. Let's organize. And we need to organize to build a nation. We need inclusive language. We need inclusive orientation, in a way that will build a nation. You are so romantic about America, Mike. I don't think Americans are so romantic like you. Africa managed COVID-19 better than United States of America. They recorded almost 1 million deaths because you are the president so notoriously, not on duty, who was busy debating whether there was COVID or not. Just like you are talking about, we are debating society. Africa said, no, we must own up that we are this pandemic, African leadership other than the leadership along that line. So what I want to say here, sir, is that I think we should organize our thought processes to make sure that we actually build a nation. There are a lot of challenges, and I'm clear about that. I was appointed to head, I think you talk about this, Professor Radia, and I want to end up on this note. I was appointed to run an institute in Ilorin, Michael Imudu Labour Institute, named after the founding comrade that we have in Africa, Michael Imudu. I was shocked when I got there. The level of decay, the way it has been run down, it's amazing. But today, in 5 months, we are not agonizing. God willing, we are bringing back the industry today. It has now become a new destination for labor studies, not just in Nigeria, but West Africa and Africa as a whole. I think this is the way we should go. This continent can work, and it's working. And that's the last point. We must also not be insular. I'm disappointed. The way Nigerians, wait, Mike, you're a senior advocate of Nigeria. Me too, I'm possibly like you, senior advocate in labor. If you call it, I'm a member of National Institute. Bishop Kuka, you are. Even our story shows that Nigeria has worked to produce us to this level. And I think the least we can give is to return back to build Nigeria, which our grandfather built with little knowledge. We should build even more. And to do so, we need inclusive language that can build cohesion, can bring all of us together. And that's the way it should be. Forward ever, backward never. That's the way, my slogan in the labor movement. Thank you.
Thank you very much, comrade. Thank you very much. I think that the